Today we are meeting with Stella Smith, the CEO of Crime Stoppers, and have some awesome questions for her. We are so interested in asking what goes on behind the scenes and what involves in being a Chief Executive Officer and how anonymous tips help solve crime.
What is Crime Stoppers?
Crime Stoppers is a community organisation that encourages people to prevent crime and gives them the confidence to come forward and report crime, and they can do that without saying who they are if they want to.
How would someone do that?
Anyone who wants to report to Crime Stoppers can do that two different ways. They can either report online on our website, or they can call on the phone on 1800 333 000.
What's your proudest moment?
My proudest moment, well, outside of my work, what I'm most proud of is being a parent. So I have two amazing children. I have a daughter who's 30 and I have a son who's 27, and I think they're pretty remarkable young people. Inside my job, I think I'm most proud of my team. They are an incredible team of people who work together for the community.
What inspires you to be a CEO?
I think my inspiration for being at Crime Stoppers altogether, but also being at CEO, is what we achieve for the community. So we help victims get solutions and get outcomes from crimes, and we help people to prevent crime. And that's my inspiration.
What does Try to Stop helping people in the community?
Crime Stoppers helps people in the community by preventing crime, helping people to prevent crime, and by providing a nice, safe way for people to come forward with information about crime.
What's the most rewarding part of your job?
I think the most rewarding part of any job at Crime Stoppers is getting outcomes for people who've experienced crime. So getting outcomes for victims.
What do you do about your job?
The thing I enjoy most about my job, I think, is getting to help people. So we have an amazing team of staff who work with the community, and we get to help people every day.
Given your job, I suspect you have like a criminal list, right?
We have a wanted list, yes.
Am I on it?
I checked this morning and didn't see you there, but I will go back this afternoon and have another look.
So I guess the process of doing, a criminal search is just look up the guy and give the police the info?
Well, on our website, we have a whole lot of pictures of people that have outstanding warrants. So they are people that we consider wanted. So you can search those photos on the Crime Stoppers Victoria website.
So it's like a list of all their crimes?
It does list the things that they've been charged with and that they're wanted on warrant for.
If I saw a crime happening and I was too scared to report it, what do I do?
If you saw a crime happening now and you needed police assistance right now, you would call 000. But if you had information and you were too scared to come forward with it, then you could contact Crime Stoppers and you can make a report on our website, or you can call 1800 333 000.
How has Crime Stoppers adapted to more cyber crimes?
So cyber crime's getting worse all the time, and we have to stay on top of that, our understanding of what it looks like and how we respond to it. So Crime Stoppers tries to help people by providing information about how to avoid scams, the types of scams that are out there, and how you can stay safe online.
What would you change to help people report crime?
What I would do is encourage more people to report crime. So if they have information, not to just keep it on their phone or not to share it just on social media, but to actually give it to Crime Stoppers or to give it to the police so that they can get an outcome for the victims of that crime.
How has Crime Stoppers evolved from when it first started?
So I don't know when your dad was a policeman, but Crime Stoppers has been around since the late 1980s, and back then we used to do reenactments of crime because we didn't have a lot of security camera footage to share. CCTV, that's exactly right. So we do share that now, and we've changed quite a lot. So we've gone from doing reenactments of crime to sharing CCTV and to having people share videos with us. So that's a big change for us.
Does Crime Stoppers Victoria and Crime Stoppers Australia, do they have a video archive?
We do have a video archive. I'm not sure that we've got all of our videos, but we went through the videos that we do have a little while ago, and we pulled out all sorts of interesting videos, and maybe that's the 2-hour clip that you were watching.
What would you like to be best remembered for when you eventually pass away?
Oh, when I pass away, well, I'd like to be remembered for being a good mum. That would be, I'd like my children to remember me.
Your children will say that, yes.
I hope so. And I'd like to have left Crime Stoppers in a very, very good place for the next person who is the custodian of that organisation.
What are your favourite Disney movies?
My favourite Disney movie would be The Lion King. I love The Lion King.
What is your football team, your favourite team?
Oh, well, you have the colours of my favourite football team on you, actually.
How are Crime Stoppers preventing or helping to prevent youth crime?
Crime Stoppers is doing a lot of work in schools at the moment. We're speaking to young people about the risks and consequences of carrying knives. We're also encouraging them to share information with Crime Stoppers or with a trusted adult. So we do a lot of work with young people, and we're also encouraging young people to share information with us.
Have you experienced an influx of young people calling into Crime Stoppers because of the youth crime?
We get lots of reports from young people who tend to report more online. We've had some very significant reports that have helped to solve some serious crimes, and we know they've come from young people, but we don't know who they are because they reported anonymously.
As a person in a wheelchair, I feel a little bit unsafe, in the community at times. How are Crime Stoppers helping people like me in a wheelchair feel safe in the community?
It's a fantastic question, and I think our job is to help people understand how to prevent crime that's occurring around them. So we provide information on how to secure homes, how to stay safe, and what to do to report crime. So if you do feel unsafe, always reach out to somebody that can help you. So reach out to police, share information with Crime Stoppers, or go to someone that you trust with that information. Never keep information about crime to yourself, because it doesn't get solved, and the person who thinks they got away with it is still walking around out there. So we try to encourage people to share information with us, and I think that's probably the best that we can do.
How do you keep people safe at sporting events and music events?
Well, it's the role of Crime Stoppers to encourage people to look after their own safety. You should always be aware of what's going on around you, and if you're uncomfortable in a situation, take yourself out of that situation. Reach out to a security guard if there's a security guard near you at the venue, or ask someone that you trust for help. And I think that's the case whether it's out on the street or at a music event or at a sporting event. So I worked in sport, so I'm very familiar with sports stadiums and how difficult it can be to actually navigate your way through a sports stadium. So it's a really good question, and it's really important when you're inside a sports stadium to know who you can reach out to for help, and you should be able to see the security guards somewhere in the venue or venue management that can help you.
How closely do you work with security guards and venues to prevent that?
Police tend to work with security guards and venues. That's more their role. Our role is to help the public know what to be aware of, to understand what types of crimes that are occurring and how they can report that information if they're worried, and even if they're not 100% sure about the information that they have, to give them confidence to come forward and to share that information is our job.
What are Crime Stoppers doing to help prevent crime in troubled areas?
So we do some work with local councils. We share information with local councils about how to stay safe in the local community, and we ask councils to share that information for us. We do a lot of community programs in different community areas, and that's right across Victoria. So whether it's in Melbourne or in the suburbs or out in the regional areas of Victoria, we're out talking to as many people as we can about how to stay safe in the community and how to share information if they have any.
What's your first job?
My first job, I worked at Life Beyond Australia in my first, actually no, that's not right. I worked in a a firm that sold hairdressing products in my first full-time job. So I worked as a receptionist in that job, but I wasn't there very long before I went to an organisation called Life Be In It, and I was there for a very long time.
And what's on your bucket list?
On my bucket list, I haven't been to South Africa. I'd like to do that one day. I'd like to see the animals in South Africa. But there are lots of things on my bucket list, but I think that's probably one I'd really like to do.
Thank you so much for your time today, Stella. It was very interesting getting to know more about your roles at Crime Stoppers. We've learned that if you see something, say something.